Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ZOTAC Cup C qualifiers. We are casting the grand finals. I'm Luminous. Joining me is going to be Hades, and today we're bringing you a best of 3 between Fnatic as well as Clutch Gamers. Clutch Gamers recently qualified for the C7. Summit 7 C qualifiers. So you can make it the argument that they are at the height of their power. They are the best team in C, at least currently how they're playing. Fnatic, though, in the last couple of days has been doing extremely well. Yesterday, they 2-0 WG Unity. They also 2-0 WG Unity Youth. And they did it in very spectacular fashion. It was QO doing QO things. Ending games with beyond the godlike streaks and all that jazz. So, we're going to see how he does today.
Well, I mean, it could be argued that Warriors Gaming, they haven't exactly been able to reclaim the form which brought them to ESL Genting. And meanwhile, yeah, I think it's good that Fnatic have finally figured out heroes which work for them, because I think when I've casted some of their previous games when they first started the roster, they were very unstable. It didn't look like they were even on the same page. They were just experimenting with drafts, but it'll be interesting to see who actually wins this final.
Yeah. Any prediction before we kind of get things started? Do you think one of these two teams are advantaged?
I would still look to Clutch, like you said. They're on a 14 win streak. Fnatic have won 4 out of their recent 5 games, but there's not too much to go on to for now. Okay. Then again, Clutch hasn't exactly faced off against Fnatic yet, because I'm looking at their Dota buff. They haven't faced off against Fnatic at all in the past, like, what, 15 games.
And this seems to be the split pushing strat that they've been like to do a lot. Well, not exactly split push, but the Shadow Shaman strat that they combined with the Invoker, I believe. And you just kind of go hard on the towers. Yeah,
they do like that, and they, like you say, these are one of the few teams which, as long as they have a good Invoker player, they always give the Invoker to, like, Clutch will always pick it up. And that's one of the worries for Fnatic, because besides QO, but they haven't been, who is an Invoker player, they haven't really picked that much Invoker, because when they did, they kind of failed with it. So far, they've probably succeeded with only like one Alchemist, Ursa, so if anything, I do foresee that Fnatic will pick up these 2 heroes.
I'm actually looking back at their picks to see if, like, what do they pick with the Shadow Shaman? It's just Shadow Shaman Invoker, right? It's not even anything else that's... I think, yeah, there was a game they picked it with a Juggernaut, but apart from that, it's...
Clutch likes to pick up the Weaver of the Shadow Shaman as well. Gemini Attack does decent kind of push with the Shadow Shaman. At least you have a, it's usually that 5. Okay. Ohio Clock.
Yeah, Ohio Clockwork coming out. DJ, by the way, drafting for the team. Clockwork is a fairly decent hero against Shadow Shaman in the sense that if you find him alone with a team, if he's solo warding, he's going to get caught out. And that's kind of what I've noticed from Fly Solo, right? He does tend to go off on his own a lot, whether to split push with a Shaman or just to, like, play his vision for the team. And as a result, he is going to get picked off a lot. I wonder if that's the idea behind DJ's pick here for the Clockwork.
It also could be, using the Clockwork to scout out the Monkey King in the sides. It's great at least separate. Cogs are, like, basically good at just splitting up the fight, or at least catching a particular hero. And Clutch don't exactly have any hero which can force to save you from the Cogs. It's not like there's a Venge in the pool or anything, like no carry Venge, but...
We're gonna have to see some 4 staffs coming out from at least a Shadow Shaman.
I was actually surprised that Clutch chose to ban the Weaver. I thought they would have picked it for themselves.
Yeah, I agree with that. You said the Gemini Attack is a decent push, but just in the laning stage, a Shackle plus Swarm and Right Flicks, that's a ton of damage already there. So, I am surprised with that. I gotta ask you a mechanics question. Do you know if Monkey King's on a tree, and then Clockwork walks up to you and Cogs, and then, you get pushed away?
Like, you do get pushed off.
Yeah, I know you get pushed off. The question is, do you get stunned? Because you're, like, off the tree?
I think you do.
Okay. Well, maybe that's another reason why that was picked. We'll see.
But, I mean, you don't want to be using your Cogs just for Monkey King. I
mean, just a nice added usage of it, right?
Yeah, it is. Ideally, you want to be just locking down the Invoker, just keep hunting him. It's great for using Cogs to at least confirm where the Invoker is. Like, once he leaves the lane, it's pretty much going to be that. When he gets the Midas, he goes jungle a bit, Monkey King takes the lane, that kind of thing.
Right.
But the QO PA, so it's going to be a mid PA against an Invoker. Pretty classic. He's used to it by now. It's just that ever since the Dagger nerf, you haven't seen his hero being picked up as much.
And not seeing him as a support. Quote unquote, sadly. But,
I mean, for the old Fnatic, that was a staple.
Yeah. For the PA versus Shadow Shaman matchup, I think PA actually pressured the Shaman pretty hard as well, because a lot of times Shaman could get away in some team fights just standing there shackling, but PA is going to go on you pretty much at the beginning of the fight and force a kill on you. Doubling Clockwork and PA, I think Force Staff is a must-buy in this game. Like, we might even see Invoker go for a Force Staff, which is an item that he generally doesn't want to go for.
Oh my god.
Who was the other team that picked? I think it was actually Clutch Gamer that picked this combination. Yeah, they picked Shadow Shaman plus Chaos Knight in the Summit 7C Grand Finals. This is their push strat. They just put like Phantasm on the tower. They put Shadow Shaman wards in the tower. And then if you look at this lineup by Fnatic, they are not equipped to deal with a big push strat at all.
They have to basically take very, very early fights. CK is good here in a sense where he fights really early. Like, I experimented with CK, both as a core and kinda as a support, but if Fnatic snowball from the lanes, then it's gonna make things very, very hard for CK because, you know, Chaos Knight doesn't flash farm, and neither does PA, so this is like a double-edged sword in a sense. But, okay, besides Clutch Gamers, I believe Faceless is the only other team to pick Chaos Knight for, like, Black plays the CK.
Right.
So, one thing, wait, Slaughter is actually still in the pool, so it's not too late for them to go into that. That's actually really, really good here, like, considering how squishy Fnatic's heroes are.
Yeah, you put Amplify damage, or rather Corrosive Haze on these heroes, they just kind of melt. The one thing I remember casting this particular combination is that they have so much damage between Shaman and Chaos Knight that some of the harder to kill offlaners like Axe or Slaughter, you just Reality Rift, Chaos Bowl, Shackle, and of course there's a Sunstrike support from downtown. It's just pretty much a guaranteed kill every single time they use this combo. And in terms of in this particular game, Clockwork cannot 100% rely on his power cogs because I believe Reality Rift will just displace you either behind the cogs or allows Chaos Knight to bypass the cogs altogether and just get to you. To be fair though, cogs will burn a ton of Chaos Knight's mana, and CK doesn't have too much mana to start with, so I'm gonna be interested to see how Ohio plays this matchup. I wonder how much practice he has against this, because again, Chaos Knight is not exactly the most common picked hero.
Another room for concern for Clutch Gamers that, like, they don't, besides the Monkey King, you know, balance strike, it's hard for Shadow Shaman to just walk into the Fnatic like draft to try and get any of his skills off. It's really, really hard. And CK, yeah, you have a pretty good stun, but like you said, he has mana issues. It's pretty much the lack of easy disables, if you know what I mean. Like Fnatic's
easy initiation. Yeah,
like Fnatic's draft is much easier to initiate with compared to the side of CG. So you're gonna be playing a lot, especially with the daytime vision for this one. But
okay,
Bad Rider, okay. I guess that's one way of dealing with it, but into Fnatic's draft, that's actually quite hard. So we have to see who they pick. And I think they picked this because they do anticipate the Ursa might be coming out. Fnatic have been giving Miracle a lot of Ursa.
I mean, I actually think this is as comfortable of a draft for Clutch Gamer as possible. They have some of the best heroes. Armel's Invoker. They have this 5-solo Shadow Shaman that they've been picking a ton. And I sort of agree with you that the weak initiation is a bit lacking, but now the Bat Rider shores up that weakness. In the team fights, Bat Rider goes in and find a pick. If you're just kind of farming and doing other kind of stuff, Chaos Knight, Bat Rider, Shadow Shaman could easily set up Sunstrike kills. I like this Clutch Gamer draft a ton. I feel like it's extremely well balanced. They're well within their comfort zone, and it's up to Fnatic to pick something that could go up against this. It looks like Fnatic is going to go with their comfort zone as well. Miracle with this Ursa, Kyo with this PA. I don't know. I think Clutch Gamer's got the better draft here, though.
They do. It seemed... I like what you said as well, like about being well balanced. And okay, the downside with the Kyo thing is if he fails to get that very slim timing window where he can just go all ham, it's gonna be very hard. So it boils down to the PA Ursa this game. I wouldn't count too much into Clockwork. Yeah, he can help set up, good pickoffs here and there. But in taking it into a 5v5 fight, I don't think Fnatic actually fights CG. CG have really, really good team fight here.
I think it depends, right? When you have heroes like PA and Ursa, the fight could be over within 5 seconds if Fnatic gets a fight that they want, right? These two heroes are so good at killing heroes very quickly that they go boom, 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 and heroes are suddenly dead. At the same time, I can see exactly what you're trying to say here, where if Clutch Gamer gets a 5v5 fair fight, where both teams are well positioned, both teams they have the initiation going off, I think Clutch Gamer has the overall better strength of the heroes. I think overall, Clutch Gamer's got the better draft, and Fnatic needs to kind of do some ninja moves, kind of come in from the side, get off some quick picks. I think Fnatic needs to play better than Clutch Gamer with the draft, but Fnatic has the players, has the team coordination to play better. So we'll see if that's actually gonna happen.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Like, so far with Fnatic's draft, at least in the previous series, they always draft like this. This is how they're so used to drafting. And when you basically think that you have a superior draft, you may get a bit cocky. So CG they want to make sure that they don't fall into that, because Fnatic still have that kind of potential to snowball against them really hard. Shadow Shama is not the kind of pulse 5 where he's good at playing from behind as well. So that's the downside of Clutch Gamer's draft.
Yep.
That's all.
I imagine Clutch Gamer will not play from behind because they do have the objective taking. That's the one thing that we haven't really discussed, is that Fnatic, they can't take objectives at all, right? Like, what's your tower push? A PA and an Ursa? That's not going to take down any towers. So Fnatic is 100% reliant on these fights and winning those fights. Whereas I feel like Clutch Gamer, they have more of a plan A and plan B, right? Plan A, they could fight and win those team fights. Plan B, if that doesn't happen, they could still play Rat Dota. They could go still full on push. So I feel like Fnatic needs to be the one that's dictating the tempo of this game, and they need to be winning the early game fight, or this game is over.
Yeah, like you said, they're just not good at split pushing. I actually agree with all your points, and this is going to be a really tough game for Fnatic if they just don't win those lanes hard. Very, very hard. Like, they can't just win them by a bit. They actually have to really crush those lanes, but I'm not sure how they're going to do that, like P against Invoker. But one of the good things is, besides the Monkey King, it's quite easy for them to turn around with an Earthspirit or Crystal Maiden, compared to, Fnatic. If you charge into Clutch Gamer's face, Clutch Gamers don't have supports which really respond well to that kind of thing, except maybe the Shadow Shaman if you kind of overextend, which is, I would say, the only hero right now who can really punish Fnatic. So besides these ninja moves you're talking about, I think a lot of it is also going to boil down to how much DJ can accomplish compared to the Monkey King.
Alright, looks like the mid block is a little bit messed up here by the dire mid laners. The range creep is going to charge bravely forward, and Armel is going to have the perfect block on top of his own hill. He does not start with a magic stick, but will be bringing one out pretty much instantaneously. And that's pretty much what you got to do against a PA. So,
wouldn't say it's the best block, because they intentionally let the range creep go first so that you'll push out. So this way QO is going to have slightly bit more of an edge. Like, you look at this, yeah. See, when you let the wave push in like that, this is where, as the Invoker, you're going to struggle early on.
Well, he's definitely losing a ton of his HP already. And Magic Stick will get brought out, but I think Armel's actually low enough where he could maybe force the kill.
They could, but the dagger range is too near, and he knows that Earthspirit's still around.
Right. But here's the thing, Armel's not farming then, right? Like, look at him. He's actually forced to play so defensive because that his HP is low. Ping him out. Armel is going to get hit. Again, PA is not going to come through. But still, very good harass here by DJ. And I think Armel has been kept away from the experience for, I don't know, a wave or two.
No, just a wave and a half. It's not that big of a disadvantage, but I think you need DJ to just tango up, and then he can go back in for round 2.
Right.
So he has to keep playing safe. And like I said, like Shadow Shaman and Monkey King, unless you overextend, these heroes do not punish this kind of these kind of maneuvers on the mid.
I'm just watching Monkey King walking in and out of the lane as a courier, standing under a tower, not receiving any aggro, because that's fair. All right, Ohio trying his best to make sure the wave is brought under his tower, but Monkey King is going to be stealing a rune back in the mid lane. Armel is going to get rolled on again. He's going to try to run away, and this time should be a very easy kill. Pops a magic stick, and, well, they dodge away from the Sunstrike. Very nicely done, and then comes around with the dagger kill. QO will give the first blood to his friend DJ.
Oh, DJ? He might even find the courier.
I don't think he has vision on the courier, but he will see the courier coming through. Okay, courier, is it going to be micro? No. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, they saw him. It's daytime. They saw him.
You know, it'd be sick if that was actually Monkey King. You know, you bait him coming in, and then you hit the courier.
But even still, you wouldn't have like the damage to kill Earthspirit, would you? I don't think so, because he can just roll away. Maybe. Oh, talking about that, top.
Han is gonna be able to, or Rappy rather, it's gonna be able to fly over the trees. He's fine. It's so nice to cast Dota where players have names again.
It is.
Remember the last couple of days when we were casting?
Oh, dude, that was a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Alright, good.
Okay, usually when this happens, at least in Fnatic House, I think the last time I saw this happen was when someone was accidentally streaming Korean drama and everyone's just like massive lag and something like that.
Who do you think watches Korean drama in like out of these 5 players?
Well, it has to be Febby, right? I mean, he's Febina.
Okay, I guess so.
Maybe he has a thing for like some of the male K-pop stars. You never know.
Or female ones, you know. Let's not judge. I want to say Miracle also enjoys stuff like that.
Oh, he's too much. He's an otaku like us, man. He likes his anime. He's been going hardcore.
It's not mutually exclusive, right? You could enjoy anime and Korean drama.
I guess. But sometimes, I guess the general stereotype is you tend to separate them. There's a bit of pride.
Oh, it's 2D or 3D only. There's no in between.
Something like that.
Okay.
But I mean, what about you? Have you watched like Boruto, that continuation of Naruto?
I didn't even watch Naruto, so why would I judge?
Dude, oh, I'm judging you. I'm judging you. I can't help it. I have to.
I mean, Naruto, worst anime NA, so.
No, how can you say that? I thought it was One Piece, but okay.
All right.
Oh, but CK's getting a ton of farm though. Like he's just free farming here, and how is actually just hiding? Oh, he stole the whole creep wave. That's really big for him.
If you can make it out, here comes the courier. All right.
It's a trap.
All right, sticking damage. Pyro Spring coming through.
He doesn't even care. Oh, it's a trap.
Nair, that's a dead. Okay, he's dead. Sunstrike. Ooh. Didn't even need him. Alright.
I like the return of Boombacks actually for Clutch Gamers. He used to play for Arcanis, one of the Filipino teams. So it's good to see him back.
Mid lane, Armel is gonna get ganked here. Dagger's gonna come through. There's a stun as well.
Oh,
Crystal Maiden coming in very slowly, but will be quick enough. And they do pick up the kill. Well, like you said, this early game is mostly gonna be based on the roaming of Earth Spirit as well as Monkey King. And so far, I gotta say, both of them has been extremely impressive. Picking up kills wherever they go.
Oh, Ohio? I think he actually gets to steal the rune here. Yeah, they saw it.
He'll make it. In fact, does he have any battery assault?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's only level 1. It wouldn't be enough to kill Monkey. This ward, like near his own rune, it was spotted out. So, or rather, yeah, he was spotted out by the Monkey King. And that's why Monkey was like charging over using his Primal Spring. But now Boombacks realizes, okay, I have to do something. I have to salvage my mid. Armel is having the worst time in this lane. He's 10-1. He's half the CS of QO.
Yep. I mean, we've seen Armel have very slow starts like this.
Bottom lane. Oh, double kick.
Okay, looks like Faisal will be the first one to drop Crystal Maiden to take a ton of damage. That Cogs. Okay, everyone's in there, and they're gonna just right click the CK. CK gonna lose the right kick. That is gonna be a double kill from Ohio. The 1-1-1 build, not good at anything, but good enough there to actually get a kill there. That Cogs and the rocket was utmost crucial, at least in keeping Febby alive. Very nicely done.
Debated, man. Really, really good. So support lives do matter. You see, Fnatic, it's that like the power of the Nakama thing coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, it's good to see that Boombacks, you know, back in showing himself that he's always been an impressive player. But I think after a while he kind of phased down and needed to find his motivation back. But top, Ursa should be trying to getting a solo kill here. Very nice and easy for Miracle.
Fly Solo starting off the game as he normally does, feeding. But we'll see if he improves.
Shots fired.
No, the thing is, when I was casting the Summit C finals with Aosin, we just noticed that his score was always vastly negative, like 0-11, 0-7, all that stuff. So we can't help but flame him a little bit. Gabby might be feeding here as there is a huge gank party coming his way. But looks like it was spotted. Wait, or not.
They know.
The roll's gonna come through. Not gonna be enough to apply the slow, but the kick will set through. And Gabby is gonna go down. Bad Rider comes in as well. I don't know if he wants to come in here. Balance Strike gonna give him a little bit of a nice pushback here by Ohio. That's 2 kills. They're pinging to get a little bit more. Fly Solo coming in. Primal Spring. Shun Strike on top. They are gonna get Ursa. Ohio still wants to get a little bit more though, but he's way too low. Nice kick coming in again. Fly Solo. What a shot coming through. DJ still wants to fight. I think he needs to get out. In fact, I think he is dead. Fnatic overstaying their welcome here, and we'll lose a lot. Ooh, Febby's still hanging around. I think Febby's also going to be dead. What? Just kidding. QO on the back line coming through. Primal Spring's going to come through. QO does have Dagger coming in, and Okay, Reality Earth going for Febby. Febby takes a huge stun. Sunstrike's gonna come through. That is gonna be yet another kill. Febby probably can kill Gabby, but Ohio's coming back in again. I don't think he's level 6 yet. No, he's not even close.
Crit.
We have a kick. Dagger coming in and really going for nice kick. That's gonna be the kill, but now Tower focusing on Kyo. Kyo getting hexed up, but Tower aggro switch onto the other heroes. Fly solo now being under gun here by Ohio. Maybe Kyo coming in with a dagger. Primal Spring coming in again against Kyo. He misses on Kyo. Now he wants to go for DJ, but now Kyo blinks back in. He's looking for the balance strike. Does not kill TJ, and Kyo mans up. He's on a dominating streak so far. Sunstrike is gonna hit. Woo! All right, this game is going off hand, but throughout all of that, the one thing I want to point out is Armel, I believe, got 3 kills in that team fight without ever joining, and he was able to catch up in terms of CS. So even though he wasn't doing well, net worth wise, he's caught way back up. In fact, he's completely even with the PA.
Yep, just Invoker things. Really nicely done, especially getting the big kill onto QO. QO had a dominating streak, immediately boosting Armel's net worth.
Yep. Yeah,
it seemed like, you know, Fnatic have the advantage in the kill score, but this is really bad. This means that his Midas timing is going to be actually really decent now. Like, he's going to get it before 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's generally what happens with Armel Invoker games. Like, the other team dedicates so much to shutting him down, but at the first fight, he always just gets a ton of Sunstrike kills, and that just catches him back up. Back in the jungle, big team fight breaking out here. Sunstrike's gonna come through. Looks like, ooh, a little bit of miscommunication here. Gabby Reality ripped him away from the Sunstrike, but it doesn't matter. Ohio will go down. Here comes Fnatic on the back line. Miracle coming out of nowhere. That's gonna be 1 kill. Looking for a little bit more here. It's gonna be Boomback being caught out. I don't think he'll make it through down, and Ohio will take him down. On the left side here, it looks like it's gonna be CK also getting caught out. And unfortunately for ML, no Sunstrike in that kill, and Fnatic wins the big team fight.
This is what they need to do. This is their timing, technically, because Invoker's still not equipped to actually fight them yet. Chaos Knight, I'm worried for him because he's trying to build towards a Midas, and I'm not sure with these 2 Midases on both the powers 1 and 2, it's going to be extremely difficult to try and create any form of space against this Ursa PA where they're just running into your face.
Alright, Hex is gonna come through, but here comes the crit kill! Gets the quick kill, and that means the Sunstrike's gonna miss as a result as well. Febby's gonna come in right now, and Gabby Woki going down. Yeah, man, I mean, I like the Midas setup. We've seen what it... I mean, currently we are in a Midas patch, so I have no problem with people going Midases. The problem is, CK is going Midases and dies twice in a row, so that Midas is not gonna be finished. It looks like he's thinking about switching back to a...
bottom lane. Boombacks. Also killed out by Miracle, who is doing extremely well. Top of the net worth, 6-1-0. He's been very active. Like, I like what they're doing right now. This is very reminiscent of the old MVP, where they're just basically going straight into your faces, and very little you can do. So this is what they need to do to keep punishing clutch gamers. Yeah.
Do you know what the average game time is for Fnatic games? Like 26 minutes. So
oh shit.
This game is like almost half over. So the way that Fnatic's playing right now, remember what I said? Like this lineup doesn't do well in going long. They don't do well in going like late game and high ground, all that jazz. Fnatic says, doesn't matter, we're gonna just kill you in 20 minutes. We're gonna just kill heroes non-stop. And then, you know, eventually our creeps will push towers. It's fine.
Just look at QO. He almost has a Deso, and this is gonna be so big at destroying Gabby. You see, he actually wanted to go for the Midas, but in the end he decided against it. Now he's just going for the Treads Armlet, realizes, okay, I'm probably not gonna get to that level of farm.
Yep.
Oh, they know QO's there.
Okay, they put out the sentry.
Ooh, beautiful.
And looks like he's gonna get caught out. He has a huge streak, 6 kill streak. If he dies here to Armel, oh, Armel did not get it, but Gabby did. And suddenly that puts him to, well, at least 300 to 400 extra net worth. Very nicely done. Top lane, Rappy in position. Does not have his ultimate just yet. I think he's trying to get the level. Okay, he got level 9. And shit skill the ult here.
He doesn't have a blink to jump the Earth Spirit. It's not easy to jump unless you get like a super good cold stat.
Roll back in, and now Magnetite's gonna start things off. Here comes Ursa. Ursa will get grabbed, but it doesn't matter. Armel will go down. The Magnetite should take him down. Now Rappy gonna be in a lot of trouble as well. Miracle, the big angry bear, will come through. Nice balance strike here, allowing the retreat of the Bat Rider. But still, Armel goes down once again.
If Boombacks didn't go in, they definitely would have died. DJ had his spells off cooldown in like 2 seconds. Alright, and Ohio's, you know, he's been a bit quiet, but he's got a Blade Mail coming up, and I actually like the new Tranquil Boots, the way it works with heroes like Clockwork, where it helps you run a bit quicker with the Battery Assault compared to before.
You mean even under its like broken state, right? Like
yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure heroes like Clockwork also misses the armor that you gain from Tranquil, because you are manning up a lot. But now, we got Fnatic inside the Roshan pit. They are playing one of the highest tempo game of Dota that I've seen in a long while. It is very strange to see, like, Miracle, by the way, had 6-1-1 before he got Blink Dagger. And he was nearing 2k go. I was like, okay, so for sure you go Blink here to extend your lead, right? But no, he goes back into a Vlad's. I think the Vlad's as a whole will help you push, help you get objective a little bit easier. But of course the trade-off is you don't have Blink. You don't have the, you know, the burst killing potential that Ursa is so famous for.
Well, you don't really need the Blink right now, because when you're fighting like that, you know, clutch gamers, of course, it's only natural that you try to contest, since you do have the somewhat decent even numbers when they were going like 4v5 bottom lane. But the Vlad's is such a huge pickup because it means that PA can just keep going on and on and on. Yeah.
PA, by the way, is just haunting this Bad Rider. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is slowly pushing down the tower. And this is the stage of the game where Fnatic really struggles in. Yes, they're good at killing heroes, but look at how much time they're wasting pushing this tier 1 tower. In fact, it's not even going to be a dedicated push, as the rest of the teams are rotating. Smoke's up. And they are not going to be detected. Oh, they see Armel. Is Kyo going to go for a solo kill? He could pop the Arcane Rune.
Oh, instant Ghost Walk.
Okay. Armel might pop back out and Viz thinking that he's okay, but suddenly the backstab party.
Oh, this is really good play.
Can I
hit the smoke? No! Oh,
Armel,
Armel.
Yeah. Alright, good dodge.
Courier? Courier? Easy 175 gold. Rappy cannot die right now. He's at 1700 gold. He needs that blink if they're to find any form of respite to get back into this game.
Well, despite losing the Courier, I gotta say that was a pretty good exchange here for Clutch Gamer. Invoker dodged a 4-man smoke gank, essentially, and they got a tier 1 tower because of the Ross awards. So the economy game is gonna slowly go back in the favor of Clutch Gamers. The Midas is running for Armel. He's gonna go straight into that Aghanims. Quite far away from finishing it, but we'll see. Anytime they can make a game in this like kind of slow-paced state where nothing is actually happening, it's good for them. Kyo getting ganked out here, but the TPs are coming in. Clockwork is available. Rocket is going to give him a little bit of vision, but entirety of Clutch Gamer will back it up.
Ohio still has a hook shot. There is no tier 1. They can actually still keep diving for this. They just need to follow it.
Miss Clockwork,
just a bit too short.
And Rappy ports out. And that's it. Clean Aegis kill.
Top lane Miracle has to be very, very careful. Yeah, he's trying to get the tier 1, but if they bring in more heroes, I think they will get the kills though.
CM is in position. And Kyo is actually porting in there as well now. I like what CM's going for. CM's going for Panda Midas. I mean, if you're ahead like this, you could afford to go Midas.
It's also a good safety, just in case, you know, things go sour, and it does guarantee you that you scale very nicely. But anyways, regardless of that, like you said, you know, doing the Chinese qualifier, Midas on the supports, that's the norm now.
Yep. Well, it's a really different pacing of the game, right? Because those games are going 60, 70 minutes, so you know Midas is paying off. But these type of games, again, I can see them ending in the next 15 minutes. So who knows if that Midas will even pay for itself.
It might. Oh,
right,
but this
Deso... Fly solo. Gonna get caught out again. And Miracle is on a dominating streak.
It's just gonna get to like a stage where we have a meme in chat going like classic Fly solo.
I mean, maybe, but this game I can't really blame him because, like, look at their map vision on the Radiant side. They don't have any, right? So it's just the support shops to get out there to place those wards, but it's hard to do so against QO and Miracle because they could just kill you pretty much instantaneously. The Deso adding a lot to this push, and they are taking it down in pretty fast timer.
I think they feel confident enough to at least get the BKBs up. And once the BKBs are up so early, it makes it extremely difficult. They can at least try to close out the game. But I'm not sure how they're actually going to siege into this tier 3. You know, they do have Serpent Wards, they do have Phantasm, and all the Invoker spells, who still doesn't have his
gonna get dropped. They lasso him up as well. Nice balance strike,
okay,
but here comes the Wukong command on the back line. They're fighting it under a tier 3 tower and the Serpent Wards. This is a very terrible spot. Magnetize is gonna come out. The Shrine not doing enough here. Kyo just blinks out of the cogs here. Gabby trying to man fight under his Shrine. He is gonna go down. Looks like Miracle has gone down, but it doesn't matter. Kyo is still well alive. Well, that looked terrible. They fought under Serpent Wards, they fought under cogs, they fought under Shrine, but they still won the fight, so... Okay.
Dude, I take that back, man. These guys can do whatever the hell they want because this is going to accelerate timing for BKBs.
Yeah.
Ursa did 2k damage that fight, and because they were fighting into the Crystal Maiden ult, that was another good, at least 1,000 over damage. Really, really nice for Fnatic, and this has to be one of the really saddest games for Gabby I've ever seen in a while.
Yeah. I mean, CK is not one of those heroes that could have these kind of start and have a successful game. That's why I could understand his desire to get a Hand of Midas to kind of boost up his farm, but he just doesn't have the room or time to actually get this farm. There's just so much pressure by the entirety of the Fnatic team. This is like classic MVP from like 2 years ago. Just balls to the wall, as hard as you can, as fast as you can.
It's good as well now that Ohio's embraced it. Usually they like to give him a slightly greedier, offlaner who requires a blink dagger, but they realize with the clockwork you just need to level 6, and then you're you're basically able to fight. Like it gives you so much already as it is. So it's good to see that. I guess that's why they also started making the transition to like Darkseer and Slaughter a bit more. I
mean, you say Ohio's embracing it, but keep in mind he's the drafter. He's the one that's making sure that they do get this kind of games going their way. So
not anymore, right? DJ is drafting this game.
Oh right, no, you're right, you're right. I
it
think
around.
Yeah, it was Ohio starting to draft, and then it wasn't working as well, I think.
Like if I recall correctly, every one of these players except Fabi has drafted for this team. So now that they give it to DJ, I think they just have a lot more faith in DJ because coming from the pause 5, he sees pause 4, he sees a lot more.
Yep. And speaking of Hand of Midas's, looks like Ohio's going back for one. Crystal Maiden, of course, already has one. Look at the item that Febi's queuing up. Blink Dagger, Aghanim Scepter. I like this. BKB might be a kind of a safer choice, but he knows his cores are the one that's actually getting to the front line, so really allows Febi to wait in the back, wait for the stun to come out, and then go back in. But here we go, high ground here. Fnatic really just want to get the tier 3 so they could start taking those shrines down. But here we go.
Oh, that's all.
But here comes Miracle again, focusing on the Bat Rider. Bat Rider dead immediately on the backline here. It's going to be Magnetized going in with the Clockwork. Kokuo's joining the fight there as well. Okay, Ohio probably will go down to Serpent Woods, but they don't care. They're fighting them under the shrines. Shrines don't mean anything. Buyback coming out from Rappy. Nice pushback. They will get 2, or they will get 1 on the way out, but that's 4 dead again with the Bat Rider buyback. And all they got was an Earth Spirit. Again, the Dire side don't get any structural damage, but I mean, who cares?
But they did bring the tower down to tier like 50% HP. They forced their buyback out from the Bat Rider. That cripples their economy so hard right now. Yeah. And we just saw like every time the Bat Rider goes in for a last one to queue up, which is what he needs to do. Yeah. He just gets ripped apart by the Ursa. So right now, Fnatic, they have already identified what they need to do. They're playing 2 steps ahead of Clutch Gamers right now.
You know what the crazy thing is? Those fights are pre-BKB, pre-Aegis, right? Imagine the next fight, Fnatic waits out their double BKB on their cores, they wait for the Aegis, and then they do the same thing. Like, what the hell is Clutch Gamers gonna do? I mean, a lot of time we talk about Armel being the ultimate wizard mode. He goes online like 35 minutes into the game, generally, because he needs the BOTs, he needs Blink, he needs Ags. I just don't think he'll get those items before Fnatic comes knocking on the high ground again.
They'll be knocking very soon. Roche should be up in a couple of minutes, and once they take the tier 2, you just keep starving out CG. Like I said, that drop does not play well for me, and this is just proof of that.
Oh, Hades, you're sounding a bit robotic right now. Maybe you want to disconnect from the Discord then.
Great, test.
Rejoin again. Alright, tier 2 under siege. Kyo is the only one sitting in the front line. Fabi showing off her new Blink Dagger. Alright. Tower will go down.
Just look at QO, man. He's gotten so many kills. He's so fat. 12k net worth. He's 9-2 and 8. Miracle's 10-2 and 5. They're just gonna wait for the next Roshan, and that's all they need to pretty much break high ground.
You know how at the end of a game, it'll say like whether your game is like above average or below average?
Yep.
I wonder if this scored 9-2 and 8, it's actually like below average for QO.
I think it should be just a bit above average. It's not like a spectacular game for him.
I mean, the thing is like QO, this is like normal, right? This is a normal Tuesday for QO.
Yeah, this is a trademark here after all.
So maybe this is actually below average. Like maybe normally by this point in the game, especially in a pub game, he's got like 25, 2, and 1 or whatever.
That's gonna be really hard to get like what 25 and 2 in like a 7K game or something. I don't know.
I mean, I don't doubt Pio, so.
I don't doubt him as well. I just, all right, maybe I'm just being a bit skeptical. That's all. But I think, oh, fly solo. One more time. Oh, thanks. 2,700 gold. Basher coming up.
Oh, fly solo died again. What a surprise.
Yeah, Kyo just caught him out to casual dagger. Bang, bang, bang. With the hook fall, instant KO.
Alright, you're sounding very Mr. Disruptor right now.
It's I'm not sure.
The Discord server is hosted in Singapore, right? So.
Is it? I never knew, but I think it should be case given about to stabilize. For me, it looks like maybe it's your ping. You check your ping in the channel?
Maybe it's my ping.
Alright, Rappy. About Rappy for a while as an offlaner. Ever since he started playing with Wraith, was that he's a very greedy offlaner. And if he does reward for his weakness.
Alright, I've disconnected and reconnected. Alright, Roshan happening right now. I think
It happened, creating chaos.
I think the sword is dying. I'm gonna call you directly.
Alright.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Good thing that not exactly too much is happening. Oh, no one hears me. All right, I'm gonna solo cast this for the rest. Wow, I try to get Hades back. Kyo standing on the high ground, trying to get this push happening. And are they gonna try to initiate on Kyo? It's almost suicidal. They're trying to delay this push as best as they can. They're waiting for Kyo to blink in, but I don't think Kyo is gonna blink in. He's gonna just hit the building and make sure that they jump in. We want to point out casually that CM is the 3rd highest for the team, and yeah, higher than most cores. Clockwork Hook. Looks like they're gonna go on the Monkey King. Monkey King jumps back out here. They're gonna focus on Ohio. Oh no, that's actually Kyo in there. Kyo is gonna get controlled up. No, he pops a BKB. Bad Rider jumps in. Bad Rider dead immediately before he casts any spells. Fly solo will die. He sees Armel. He wants to go on Armel. Armel goes in a Ghost Walk. Crystal Maiden blink dust. Now we're gonna focus on Armel again. Crystal Maiden drops the ultimate. Nice death from Blast here, pushing Crystal Maiden away. It does not matter. Febby will go down, but his death is not in vain. Okay, they're gonna focus on Miracle. Gabby. Phantasm is doing quite a bit of work. Looks like they have repelled the push. Alright, Tier 3 still alive. They took down 2 heroes. Looks like Aegis is still intact on Kyo, but base defended. Pretty good stuff. Alright, let's try Skype.
Hello?
Hello. Okay.
Oh, that was really tough for you, but I didn't expect Fnatic to lose that many over.
You know what the problem is with Skype is? Skype just sounds bad.
Yeah, I know. We just make do.
I guess sounding bad is better than no sounds at all. Oh.
Fly solo.
Yeah, Fly solo gonna get caught again.
Classic fly solo.
Well, you know what the problem is now? Fly solo does not have serpent wards. So that means they could just go for the high ground again. Like, I think these BKBs are ready to go. Aegis is still intact. And
but it's 35 seconds, right? It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, 35 seconds is enough time, right, for the dire side to take at least a tier 3.
At least a tier 3.
Yeah.
But you're playing into the Invoker who can pretty much start spamming spells. Okay, hold on, wait. I take that back. Wex is only level 3, so...
Yeah. It's very
easy
underleveled. Lith is going to be in a slow position. Kyo focusing on these Force Spirits. Tier 3 is down, so they could start focusing on the shrines if they want. Alright. Blink, Tornado, EMP. Kyo gonna go straight in. He's like, yeah, you want to fight? I'll fight. Kyo Obviously, gonna pop that BKB under the tower.
Oh,
the bash.
bash.
Armel, though, is gonna barely survive on the back line. Looks like they're gonna go right in for Fly Solo. Fly Solo, the first one to drop. Wukong command is gonna get dropped here, but Fabby says, you wanna play with ults? I'll play with ult. Fabby actually immediately dies here. QO, though, gonna be under trouble. His Aegis will trigger. The ward's now being cleaned up by Marigold. Meanwhile, the rest of the team focusing on the range racks for now. QO gets Reality Rift back in. Where'd he go? Looks like he blink strike back. Alright, nice kick here. 2-man stun. And now that's going to be 1 kill. QO under the ice wall. Out of mana at this point here. Thanks to that. He does have a regen rune still. Might actually turn back and pop that for a little bit. Marigold will pop his ultimate. Focusing on the Batrider. Batrider. No! Blinks back in. Armel will get caught. Armel is dead. Range racks is going to follow to the melee racks. They both go down. And QO popping the regen. Goes straight mid. Blink kick, dead. Rampage on QO. Alright, EMP following that tornado. They will try to control QO. QO down to half mana, half HP instantly, but Ohio back in again. Marigold in the fight here. Fly Solo, first one to go down. Armel will go down as well. He will try to take down Marigold with him, but unfortunately will not be able to do so. Alright, man. QO under the tier 4s. Don't care. Abyssal Blade gonna get triggered beyond godlike. Somebody kill him. Alright. Well, remember what I said? Standard average game length of Fnatic games? 25 minutes, 26 minutes? We're right on time.
Exactly. It's 27 minutes in. CG just getting punished for the drop. Oh man, this is rough. Now cooling to barracks. I think this is game because Invoker isn't up for 20 seconds. That's more than enough time for them to take the second lane. Even Febby's just like, okay guys, I'm gonna farm, I have my BKB. Next time his ultimate, he can just blink in and just do shit.
Yeah. Oh man, this game is just so fun to watch. We have a 30k lead for Fnatic, but they've never spent a single second of it farming. It's all through sheer fighting potential, and I mean, you can't hate watching these type of games, right? It's just so fun. It's just so fun.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like, give me more. You know, I like this kind of games, but given I am a C-pub in and out.
Yeah. I mean, I think the bigger question is, Game 2, can Clutch Gamer go for this type of draft again? This is their tried and true draft, but I just don't think the draft that they're trying to do, the massive push, is going to come up in time. Maybe they're going to have to pick more of a fighting draft against Fnatic.
The CK was very greedy, which is why we went back to the Weaver point. Like the Weaver ban, I think it really hurt them because having the Swamp could have been so good for them. Combining that with the Serpent Ward, to combine that with the Monkey King, that's a lot of extra negative armor coming out, and that's what you need. Batrider as well, I see the idea behind it, but by then it was too late.
I wonder if a hero like Shaman is also too greedy. Like, it's a lot of these fights, he just drops a spell and dies, right? Alright, Wukong command's gonna use, they want to focus on him, but immediately yields him up, the kick's gonna be there. Crystal made it blink, BKBO, let it rip! Febby in the middle, just doing a tremendous amount of damage. GG's gonna get called, and Febby has not lost a single bit of HP. That's a fully channeled Crystal Maiden ultimate. Keel's beyond godlike with a double kill. I want to see... Oh no, can I get the end game? I want to see how much damage CM did. No! Oh, there we go, there we go. CM damage. Just as much as Keel. I don't have a raw number, but that is a big, big graph.
That AoE damage, dude. It was so big. But like like you said, the Midas paid off itself. Febby, who was supposed to be the 5, ends up becoming the 4. And good reflexes coming up from DJ in that last fight as well. Immediate lasso, immediate yields to counter, plus the Lotus Orb follow-up from Ohio. Yep. Good teamwork coming out, and Fnatic, Power Family wins, man.
I gotta say, like, it was so impressive how they control the Batrider. It didn't feel like there was a Batrider in the game at all, right? In every one of those base pushes, every time Rappy jumped in to initiate, it was either a Clockwork Hook or DJ Blink Kick or Febby Blink Frostbite. Every single time, the Batrider was never able to stun QO for more than half a second. And as a result, QO was able to do whatever he can. QO, of course, will be the all-star 22 and 11, but a lot of it thanks to his friends. I mean, look at the amount of assists on the rest of the team. Beautiful display. Man. Yeah, beautiful display of Dota. I don't have anything more to say about this game. It's just amazing stuff by Fnatic. And
like you said, QO, you want to see whether it was above average game? Yeah, it's above average, but doesn't really make it into, like, exceptional past the second bar.
It's like, okay. It's okay game. Okay game.
There's a typical day for QO on PA.
All right. And slightly more above average by our beautiful Grill Febby, with the Hand Midas boosting him up. But that is game number 1. Keep in mind, the final here is only the best of 3, so Clutch Gamers needs to actually win the next 2, and We'll have to see whether they're gonna try to change things up a little bit or maybe pick up the Weaver like you said. We'll take a short break, guys. Game 2 is gonna be coming up after this. Hope you guys enjoy the cast.